Pier 48 downtown, right across from Banker's Life. A lot of people have been calling, writing, talking, saying they want us to deconstruct a lobster for them, show them the quickest way, easiest way, and most efficient way to get the meat. Basic things you're gonna need: pair of nice scissors. If you're at a restaurant, we provide the crackers, but if you're home, definitely a nice pair of scissors will work. Bone scissors. Chef knife, that's another good option. This is what you use the cracker for. This is actually just used for like cutting the tail out. And an obscenely large rolling pin, because all I have is like a grandma's baking one. Don't have anything else here right now. I normally just use a hand press to roll them out in the back, so can't bring that up here. But I already took the lobster and cooked him off. We have a 2.5 pound Maine lobster. Came off our boats very, very, very recently. So instead of going to the steamer, I put him in about 240, well not about 240 full steam for about 8 minutes, 9 minutes for this guy. Anything else a little smaller, about 7 minutes. I let the internal temperature get to 140 and then pull it. It'll rest up a little bit. 140 to 150 is the ideal cooking temperature, or cooked temperature I should say, for a lobster. But for the deconstruction of a lobster, the first thing you're gonna do is start with your big guy claws, right to the joint, take your pointer finger, put it under, and pull away from you, nice and clean. Always wanna keep everything clean and beautiful. Same thing with the other side, in, pop, good to go.
Nice.
So, I keep a trash bowl, liquid bowl. If you want to save all the juice, anything that comes out, there is tamale in it. I'm sure a lot of people know what it is, and a lot of people don't. Tamale is when the liver breaks down when you cook the lobster. It creates green inside of the lobster. And I'm making a mess over here already with the lobster juice. And I'm very anal about that, so I gotta clean that up. All right, next thing you're gonna do, come over. It's gonna be a swift twist and tear motion all at once, and pull it right out. Come on, nice and clean. Now, right now I'm just shaking the tamale out of this lobster. I'll show you this, guys. Like I said, our lobsters are super fresh. They come from Maine, so you do not get a lot of nasty guts trail on it. Like, it's from sitting in just on a little shipment here. But this is the inside, and all that is just tamale. Like I said, it's the liver beefs up when it cooks and explodes, and all that just releases. A lot of old school people like to use this for roux. It's a very, very, very high-end delicacy in most places. But we're just gonna leave him to the side right now and let him chill right here for a second. Now with this, you're gonna wanna open the tail up and squeeze it towards you, just like that. So you hear it pop and you get blasted in the face a little bit. You can also tear it by hand, or you can come back with the scissors. But if you're in the restaurant, tearing it by hand is what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna show you that you can do it, and it's that easy. Just come right around. But do not tear that beautiful lobster meat. Then once you get to the end, wiggle, wiggle, boom. And there you have one whole lobster tail.
Beautiful.
Perfectly cooked. And I'm sure that the owners are going to enjoy this here in the next 15-20 minutes.
And Spencer.
Spencer, you down for the lobster life club?
You want the lobster butt, Spencer?
And if you ever want to make your lobster present a little better, just open it up, give it a couple X's across the tail.
Oh.
And it just cuts them little main arteries there and lets the tail stretch out. Boom. Now we'll go right to the claws. Now for this part, I'm gonna pop the knuckle off from the giant claw itself. I don't know if you guys know this, but that is the crushing claw, and that is like the sifting feeding claw. This one can reach up to excess of 150 pounds of crushing per square inch. This guy right here, about 50 pounds, but he's pretty much for picking things up more delicate and fine.
Kind of like Hellboy?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
wow.
Hellboy's way cooler though. I'm not gonna, we can't lie there.
All right.
So for this, same thing, a little quick action. You're gonna grab the smaller claw, the jawlet, and you're gonna come out, pop it, twist, and you should have the meat hanging right off. Nope, it didn't hang, my bad. I knew it was gonna happen. But stand it straight up and down, and in a little bit, and pop. And come back, and the scissors are gonna be the only way. Boom. One piece, and one piece. And we lost our little piece, but we'll get it out of there. Same thing with this guy. The smaller the claw, the narrower. A lot of the times it'll get caught to this little artery right here and just get stuck in there. And you can just pull it right out. No big deal.
Beautiful.
Back over here. A lot of the times you can just go, what I'm trying to do is you can just pop it in like this and actually pop the shell right out. Like that. That's what I was trying to work for you guys. That's the simplest way one of my old chefs taught me to do it. A lot of them crushers, you just smash the shell up and it just goes everywhere inside of it. You don't want that.
And that's the Hellboy claw.
That's literally the crusher claw, the Hellboy claw. The strong one. But this guy should pull a little bit better like that. Boom, boom. And all one piece, hopefully.
So close.
Yeah, there's a big, this guy's strong. Boom, all one piece. Big claw. I'm just gonna wipe this up a little bit over here. And then after that, we'll go right to the legs. Actually, let's do the joints real quick.
They want to know how old that lobster is.
That lobster, 2.5 pounds. You got to figure every 1 year of a lobster's, or every 1 pound of a lobster is 7 years. So this guy is about 20 years old, which is a little depressing, but not really when you think about prisoners. This is all they used to eat back in the 1800s. I don't know if anybody knew that, but
Kind of makes you want to go to jail.
I know, right? Not anymore. But the scissors are the easiest way to do this. You're just gonna cut right down the ridge, fold, snap, come back around, right to the other side. Same thing, right down. And you get all the joint meat out in one pop.
And what do you call those scissors?
Them are just shear scissors or bone scissors. Most of your culinary kits at home will literally come with those. This guy will just be like his joint meat right there.
Putting them back together.
Pretty much reconstructing it, yep. Then the same thing, right down the ridge line. The ridge line is like where the shell rolls over. It's like the strongest part, but it's also the part where it's not gonna bust a bunch of pieces of shell into the lobster on you.
They want you to get a little closer, Keith. You've had some people ask about making lobster stock with the
shells. That is one of my favorite things to do. If you want some of the best bisque you could ever have, that is the way to do it. Actually, just take the shells. Everything I'm doing right now, you would just stave. Oh, a little shell on there still. You would stave everything that we're doing right now and throw it in your oven on 500 with some tin foil over top of it and just let it roast away. And the shells will start getting black and brittle. Take them out. You're going to smash the shells down. And once the shells are smashed down, just put them into your stock and let it simmer for however long you want. The longer, the better. So anyway, after that, you're just going to run it through we call a China cap, just a fine mesh filter. Run it through that, and then you have your stock. And you can actually add a nice roux to it and thicken it up, and you are good to go. But the last thing we are going to clean right now are the legs. Everybody in any place I've ever seen, like even here, these get kicked to the curb. And yes, there's not a lot of meat in here, but this is the sweetest, best meat in the whole lobster right here. 100%.
I know Barb Brinkman sucks the meat out of those.
I shouldn't have used the word suck, this is a little, I mean, if that's what she does, what she does. But this is the easiest way. I would love to start getting these for our people, our customers here. I'll talk to the owners about that. But you get a smaller pin. You just cut your leg at about a 45. You're just going to press the meat right up.
Oh,
like
nice.
I said, it's not much, but that is the best
trick.
meat in the lobster. And we'll hit all these real fast, and I'll show you how much meat you can get off of a 2-pound lobster.
Secret trick. Look at that. That's like those little snake fireworks, you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, it's so funny. I haven't done those in years. The little black ones you light up and they go all over, and these are awesome. In New York State, fireworks are not legal. We're like behind the times by a million years, so we used to drive down the PA, then they catch you with your fireworks in your trunk on the way back, and then the state makes a lot of money off you.
People like your trick, the rolling pin trick.
The rolling pin trick is like key, and this is like an old chef trick. A lot of chefs do this, and they have at the companies, like if you buy, it's called a CKL meat, a claw, knuckle, and leg meat. They have these giant machines that just the legs go into, and all the legs drop in, and it looks like tubes of toothpaste getting squeezed out. It's pretty cool looking. Like it's just everywhere, stuff, the lobster meat going out like crazy. But my old
We have a quick question. If we're open this weekend, yes, we're open this weekend.
for carry out, and we have the best lobster mac in the world. I don't know if we've mentioned that yet, but
And it's Mom's weekend, so let's.
Madre's Day. Let's hook her up with everything. We are running a Mother's Day menu. I'm going to be doing a lot of seafood Benedicts. The waffles are going to be like, I do a chicken and waffles. It's super, super good. It's a very vast menu. It's nice. A little bit of everything for everybody.
Oh, and we have our. Bloody Mary. Make sure we'll show this too.
Last one here. This guy.
Nothing says Mother's Day like a Bloody Mary, right?
Or come down and just get some mimosas
There
to
we
go.
go.
All right, wasn't watching that guy. But right here. And the cool thing is, in school they teach you this little fine trick. If you want to like present it at the table like this, you come back with the shell. Let me get the goopy out of here. It's gonna get gross, guys. I'll tell you right now. But if you look at the top of the shell, you can see a ridge line. It looks like a U. It goes that way, across, and then back down. The way they present lobsters is they'll come back up, and you're just gonna follow across that ridge line to there, and back around to there, and back down to there. Just like that. Clean them out. Take the head off just like that. Come back over. And you got your little bunny. All good to go.
Reconstructed.
Yep, back together. Now, there's a lot of cool facts about lobsters people don't know. Did you know golf balls were made out of lobsters? Originally, golf balls were made out of the lobsters. They get sent to the landfill. They didn't know what to do. So many shells building up. This is around the same time the prisoners. Lots of shells building up, all stuff like that. So they break them down and then sell them. And this is so funny. Look this up. I believe it was a Harvard scientist found out that you can grind the lobster shells up and put them inside golf balls. And they used to use them for golf balls. There's a lot of cool facts about lobsters. Like a lot of people don't know lobsters are cannibalistic, like as can be. If they're coming across the ocean, they could have a full belly. If there's a dead lobster laying there, they're on it. They ain't gonna stop them.
Yeah, we've learned that here, haven't we?
Yeah, right. I mean, we get them in, and then the guys that the smaller guys nobody ever really wants to buy, but the smaller lobsters actually are better. They're sweeter. They taste way better. I just learned from one of the owners. I had no clue about this in Portland, Maine. The 2.5 pound or 2.5 year old lobsters and younger they eat, and anything older they let stay in the ocean there just so they can breed. And they keep their lobster population controlled by that, and they only get primo high quality lobster out of Portland. And I had no clue. But I really hope this helps you guys out, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope you stop in, get some Bloody Marys, get some mimosas for Mother's Day. Order out. We have a great menu. And Spencer will be here, I will be here, and the owners in general will be here.
And
thanks
you
a lot,
know, that's
guys.
what Mom wants. Let's see if you have any questions real
All right,
fast
let's
here.
do a couple questions.
Can you tell us something about the Mother's Day brunch menu that makes it unique from our normal menu?
The Benedicts for sure. I mean, we never run Benedicts, and we never run a waffle, but I make a homemade syrup that's super, super good for a chicken and waffle syrup. But for the seafood aspect, we're trying to pull a bunch of seafood into this with some omelets. So I am going to run like your traditional Oscar, but then we're going to take our lobster roll, which we're super famous for, like one of the greatest lobster rolls around. Well, not one of it, is the greatest lobster roll around. But we're going to take our lobster roll and turn that into a Benedict too, with a soft poached egg on it, and then obviously your lobster meat, your fresh lobster butter, some chives, and then a hollandaise on top, a lobster bisque holiday on top. It's going to be super, super good. Just trying to put a hipster feel on things, and if you got a mom who loves seafood, Pier 40, it's definitely the place to order from.
Do you have any desserts they can order this weekend?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a key lime pie because one of the people here has a sweet tooth for that, and then we are also gonna do cheesecake.
Awesome.
And then whoopie pies. We're gonna try and do whoopie pies back every now and then. We got famous for that, and we're gonna try and get famous for something better than the whoopie pie. There's a lot of things we can do here that are great. So
you have somebody saying, "How do you stay so swole?"
I eat no lobster. It's funny, I really can't eat lobster. I can't eat shellfish, which is it's hilarious that I work around this and do this, but I don't eat it. I can't eat it, and I can smell it though. Good God, does it smell good? It's horrible.
What do you think the best way is to eat lobster?
Honestly, like I said, like I haven't eaten. The last time I ate lobster, I was about 11 years old, And when I was 12, 13, I went down the water slide at Six Flags and got chlorine in my mouth, and I had soft shell blue crab before that. Something with the chlorine opening up my throat, the soft shell crab, like it made me react, and I almost died. So I haven't eaten like shellfish since then. But I remember the best way was my papa would take tinfoil and literally just wrap the lobster up in tinfoil with a hunk of butter, lemons, garlic, jalapenos, everything, and throw it in an open bonfire. And then you go take that out 5, 10, like 15 minutes later, and you got a charred, delicious lobster. And like we have the capabilities, we have some really, really good equipment here where I can start mimicking that and doing things like that. And this summer I am going to do that. We have that beautiful outside patio, and just people walking by with the wafting smell of char grilled lobster. How can you beat that?
Sunday Fun Day, we'll be doing that.
There you go,
Sunday morning jazz.
Hopefully, as I was saying, the boss man gets some jazz bands out here.
Jazz, or I want techno, but we'll see.
We'll do techno.
We'll have to rotate it with the other owner, Miss Jenna. She's gonna do karaoke for us.
No.
She's gonna sing Cher for us.
I just want Bagatelle brunch. That's all I want.
We'll do a Bagatelle brunch equivalency.
So you have somebody asking what our hours are for Sunday, and it's still going to be 11 to 7. But we do recommend people who want to call. And place
If
their
you want to
orders.
call ahead and place your order ahead, it'll definitely help me out a lot. Like I'm here every day. I'm the guy solo back there. Well, not solo. I have some help in the house. Some great guys. But just help me out if you just call ahead, and definitely want your business for sure. And this lobster is looking better and better every second I look at it.
It's beautiful. I think you ought to try and see if you're really allergic right now, and we'll just everyone will observe
on live
TV.
Ever seen the movie Hitch? I don't want that to happen to me.
Well, beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
Our ratings will go way up if you did that.
Thank
That
you for
would be
joining
good.
Ace's Space.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.